I'm Professor Ritual. Welcome to the retrospective. If you like what you see, feel free to like, subscribe or share. And maybe a back episode piques your interest. Year after year, the Germans remain the most active travelers. They eagerly travel to Spain, Italy and Austria. And why not travel? We all need some R&R. Getting away from the hectic city life is something to wait for. During our holidays, we turn into tourists and start behaving in strange ways. Here are 5 not so nice aspects of tourism. Let's go through them one by one. Indiscretion. In the beginning of their holidays, tourists are still stressed from the work and easily turn into jerks. Jumping queues is the least they can do. Consider a common security system at an international airport. Here we have a corridor and thereafter a few security checkpoints. This is an optimal queue system as it equalizes the wait time or lead time across everybody. With business travelers, even a fully occupied corridor wouldn't block the whole system. But with tourists in the queue, it breaks down as they begin building individual queues before each security terminal. The queue system becomes unstable and useless, and everybody needs to wait longer now. At the destination, tourists ignore discretion lines again, and everybody waits longer again. Littering. Look at this beach. Stunning, eh? But if we pan around, we see plastic trash everywhere. Time to clean up. Look at those Styrox containers. They crumble down to tiny pieces. And I actually saw birds eating that stuff. I've been going to Greece for over 20 years now. And the littering problem has increased dramatically in the last few years. Plastic is literally everywhere to be found now on these stunning beaches. And even from this hard-to-reach secret beach that we thought was pristine, we had to collect a bag of plastics. With a very small effort, we collected up to 25 bags of plastics. Now, plastics take a long time to decay, up to 1,000 years, and meanwhile they are releasing toxic microparticles to the ecosystem. Sadly, we cannot fully trust governments in the developing countries to keeping nature clean. They have fragile infrastructure around these matters. If every 10th tourist would invest 10 minutes of their holiday time for cleaning up, all of the world's beaches would be clean. Hence the 10-10 rule. Cleaning up is rewarding and contagious. Try and be surprised. Mega hotels are becoming commonplace in most holiday destinations, and let me explain why they are evil. Some 20 years ago, beach areas had small family-run hotels and restaurants, each providing unique and authentic culinary experiences. Hotel owners and the region would directly benefit from the tourist income. Money stayed in the region, and the ecosystem stayed relatively untouched too. Now, with mega hotels in place, for example one here and here, things are very different. Money doesn't stay in the region anymore, but literally flies abroad to corporate headquarters. All-inclusive mega hotels are bubbles detached from their environment, and you'll be consuming the cheapest possible mass-produced food instead of local food. Obviously, tourist behavior guides this development. But there is more. Land value decreases next to a mega hotel due to noise and loss of authenticity. Every time we make choices, we say to the universe, more of this. If we made conscious effort to support local business, we might just get an authentic holiday experience in return. Noise. Imagine a day on a beach. Your beach operator or closest restaurant plays 80s hits. Bonnie Tyler.
And I need you now tonight, and I need you more than ever.
The beach operator on your left follows the 80s trend with maybe Phil Collins.
Oh, think twice, 'cause it's another day for you.
And the beach operator on your right kicks it with some opa opa. Yeah. But you know what? That's not your experience. Your combined holiday experience is this. Now imagine this cacophony for 2 weeks. And I don't mean this cacophony, which was awesome, but kind of crazy making, torture kind of cacophony. I'd say this behavior too is driven by tourists who keep paying for those noisy beach beds and who don't complain about the noise. This brings up a business idea. Why not set up more silent hotels and silent beaches? No music, only natural soundscapes. Maybe that's the future market. I mean, I would pay extra for that. Mega cruises. These are 2 to 3 week long voyages on large passenger ships crisscrossing the Mediterranean. Every evening the mothership gives birth to smaller vessels that carry passengers to shore and back. Interestingly, megaship tourists hardly ever know on which island they are on. The only thing they want is a cup of coffee and selfie at every port. Again, akin to mega hotels, money flows abroad away from the local businesses. No wonder that local people in Greece and Italy actively dislike mega cruises. We've seen that there are at least 5 things wrong with tourism. But not to worry, fixes are simple. We can overcome indiscretion by a magical capability called thinking. We can overcome littering by cleanups, remember the 10-10 rule. We can overcome mega hotels by favoring local accommodation. We can do something about the noise by just asking to turn it down. We can take day cruises instead of mega cruises. In order to keep the beaches intact for the next generation, we'd need to redefine the purpose of tourism. What if tourists were both producers and consumers of the collective experience of all other tourists? Now this jump from me to us might be a fool's hope, but nevertheless, it's our only hope.